Hello, this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Today I'm going to feature Shane, and Shane has a really cool Mercedes-Benz Sprinter DIY conversion van. He made it into a camper van, and he had some time today, and he's going to give us a little tour inside and out. Hello Shane, welcome to New Jersey Outdoor Adventures.
How's it going? My name's Shane. This is my 2013 Mercedes Sprinter van. It's the 170 non-extended Bluetech. In the back here I have my water spigot. You can hook up a hose. This is really good for going on hikes if you have dogs, because I can bring my dogs out back here and I can hose them off. The water fill is right here. Just take the top off, put your water spigot right in there, fill up your water tank. I have a 30-gallon water tank. On the doors I just use regular 1/4-inch tongue and groove panels. Behind the doors is insulation, and then I put oil on the wood. The flooring is just a 3/4-inch plywood, and then I put vinyl flooring on top of it. The insulation for the flooring is inch foam board and also spray foam. My ceiling is actually mostly made out of bamboo. The darker parts are made out of regular pine that I stained. The ceiling actually comes in bamboo mats, 4x8 mats that are rolled up, and I basically just cut them to size and put them up there. The ceiling is actually designed to be removable in case I have any leaks or anything that goes on, so I can just get to the ceiling real easily. This is the back of my van. This is my bumper here. There's a tow hitch on the back, which is really nice to have. I took the hitch off because you tend to walk into it. On the back of the door I have a ladder. Gives me access to the roof. On the roof I have 4 100-watt solar panels and also a max air fan on the front. This is my van. At the entrance I have the control panel right here. Powers all my lights. So I have a 12-volt and USBs right here. Down here, this is actually vinyl stickers that I just put across the front here to make it look like real tile. My curtains are privacy curtains. They're also UV ray curtains. I hang them up on the back of the seat here. It blacks them out so nobody can see inside when I'm in the back here. My cushions are 4-inch memory foams. Hey Bucky. And you can actually take the upholstery off and take it to a dry cleaner or wash it if necessary, which is really nice. Over here is my overhead cabinets. Open those up. This is where I keep most of my clothing, sweatshirts, jackets, and that sort of thing. I have the little gas-powered hinges on them, which are very nice. It keeps everything closed when I'm driving. Over here is my bookshelf. I made a little cutout so you can fit the bigger books and everything in there, and it kind of blocks it from moving around. And I have a bungee cord that I strap around all my books over here. Up top over here is my max air fan. It pulls air in and pushes air out, which is really nice to have, especially with the dogs. Underneath my bed is where my solar charge controller is. I also have a 1,000-watt inverter and the battery kill switch here. My fuses are actually run right in the front here, so you can hit the fuse if necessary. My bed is very simple. This cushion comes off. This part pulls out. And the cushion comes down. And it makes your bed. Plenty of room for 2 people. Put it away. Pick up this cushion. Slide that back. That pushes in there. And this also opens up, and this is where I store all my bedding, my pillows. Underneath here, tons of storage. fuse block. Underneath here, I have 3 100 amp hour batteries as well. I also have a lagoon table. My lagoon table hooks up in the front here. And then the table sits back here. So you can sit on the bench. So on this side of the kitchen, I have my sink. The switch for my water pump is right here. Turn that off and on. So I have a soap dispenser as well. Underneath is the gray water tank. This is my emergency toilet with cleaning products inside. Underneath I have my gray water tank back here. That can be pulled out and dumped out at a dumping station. This lever right here, you can turn to the left or right. That allows me to either have the sink water go to my gray water tank or it goes out the floor, depending on what I'm draining out of the van. Oh, my countertop is Butcher Block countertop. My tile is Mercury Mosaic tile. I kind of designed the entire kitchen around this tile and this color. I love the green with the white grout. With the white grout, I just wanted to wrap around the white subway tile to kind of pull everything together. None of the colors really compete with each other. Up top here is my spice rack. No spices right now. This is just a cubby right now. I keep my dog's leashes, toothbrush, toothpaste, dog's bags. I've got a flashlight, my camera stand, deodorant, mirror, guitar capo, all the good stuff. Over here I have my knife rack. None of my knives have ever fallen while driving. Everything stays there. Very strong magnet. This is a little cutout right here just so you can put a little tray or put some spices or a little plant right there. My ceiling is very lightweight. It's actually a bamboo mat that's 1/4 inch that came rolled up. So I basically just cut the mat to size and put it up in sections so the sections can be removable in case I need to get into the ceiling for any reason. Underneath here, this is my farmhouse curtain. I wanted to make it very simple. This is my 30-gallon water tank underneath. My water pump, my Seaflow water pump is located down here as well. In the back here, I have a storage cabinet. This is all getting redone right now. I'm going to line everything and make it into a really nice closet. So over here, this is just a coat rack. I keep my guitar, my flannels, book bag, all that stuff back here. I wanted to leave this back part open in case I ever wanted to put in a shower or a toilet in this area. So that's what this area is designed for. On this side of the kitchen, this is where I do my cooking. This is my 2-burner and Butcher Block countertop, same as the other one. I have all these storage cabinets underneath. Lower storage cabinets. A little dirty in there. Up here for the cooking, this is where the propane goes for the 2-burner stove. These are my upper cabinets. I recently lined them with carpet. It keeps things from moving around and it keeps things quiet as well while you're driving. I have an upper drawer right here. Can be used for silverware or just a basic junk drawer. Underneath, I have my refrigerator. Keep a lot of stuff in there. It's a 120-volt fridge that hooks up to my inverter. It also has a freezer on the top too, which is nice to have. So these are my dogs. This is their area while I'm driving. I have a bench seat here, and actually I have a cooler up front, Dometic cooler. And I basically just throw my blankets up there, and it gives them access to walk back in front. So this is Millie. Come here, Bucky. Come here. And this is Bucky. Bucky is actually blind. Millie is 12 years old and Bucky is 10 years old. I built the van last year so I can travel because I had this urge to go out into the world and find myself, but this van wasn't only about me, it was about my dogs as well, and I wanted to give them the best life that they could have. And traveling around with them in the van for the past year has been the best experience of my entire life. I've lived in my van for an entire year. I traveled the entire West Coast. I lived in Bend, Oregon for 6 months, and I lived in Southern California for 4 months. And the places I've been and the places I've seen, this van has allowed me to do that and allowed me to live this lifestyle. So I plan on living this lifestyle for a very long time. I actually build out vans for a living now. My company is called Dogwood Conversions. I also run a podcast which is called Interstoke Podcast, which I go around the country and I interview people living in vans or that live nomadic lifestyles and basically just promote their story and what they're doing to influence others to get on the road and to do the same.
So what's next for you? What's your next journey?
Next journey is selling this van. This van is actually for sale right now. Once this van sells, I'm buying another van. I'm packing up all my tools and everything, and I'm heading back out west to Oregon, where I'm going to start building out vans. And I'm going to be stationed in Oregon for a while. And in between that, I plan on traveling up to Alaska, to Canada, and all the way down to Mexico. And my bucket list, on the top of my bucket list, it would be to travel from Alaska to Argentina. That would be my ultimate trip. One day, hopefully I can accomplish that.
What would you say was the biggest hurdle or biggest challenge when you packed everything up and you moved into your van and hit the road?
My biggest challenge when I hit the road, I've never been camping before. I've never slept outside. So it was very out of the ordinary for me to sleep in my van in a parking lot or in the street. So adjusting to that and feeling comfortable sleeping in places, that was probably the biggest challenge for me. But after a few months of sleeping next to the train in San Diego, and that changed that pretty quick.
Was it hard to find places to stealth camp? Is there any tips you could give our viewers for that type of lifestyle?
So as far as parking goes, I use this app called iOverlander, which is my favorite app. There's a bunch of apps out there that show you where to park and where you can park and campgrounds and all that. My advice to anybody getting into this lifestyle is do research before you go out and ask other van lifers where they park as well. I've gotten a few parking tickets in my van life career, but I've been very lucky with the apps, and I park on BLM land and national forests and stuff like that.
I noticed your van doesn't have any windows except for on the sliding door.
Yes.
Is that helpful, trying to blend in?
Yes, so the no windows allow me to stealth camp. When I park on the right side of the street, you can't see the window on my slider, and it basically just looks like a work van. The ladder in the back, I bought that strategically so it looks like a work van ladder. So when you do pass, you think I am a work van. But if you look on the roof, you can see the solar panels and the fan and figure it out from there.
So on your next build that you talked about earlier, what are you going to be doing different than what you did here?
My next build, the layout won't be much different because I love this layout for me and my dogs, but I am going to go shorter. If this is a 170, so I'm probably going to go to the 144 Sprinter, or I may just do a transit build, depending on, prices and all that. But I've learned that I need less space than I have. This is way too much room for me, And also parking has been a serious issue with the 170. Parking in parking lots is not the easiest thing. You want to look for double spots to park in, or you want to look for grass patches to back into.
That's a big thing. You know, my van's 19 foot, but I do have a bike rack and a spare tire in the back, so it's probably like 20 feet.
Yeah.
And I noticed that it is easier to back into parking spots because of the articulation of the steering. But my wheelbase isn't 170 inches, so I can understand why that would be a challenge. And finding a curb you could back over, or a grass area you could back over, that way you fit in, and you know, that's a great tip. Well, this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed this video. You could follow him on social media. He did mention how to follow him in the podcast as well. We'll link to those in the bottom.
I'm also available on my Instagram as well, which is shane.dennis with 3 N's. So you can find me on there.
Well, I'm sure our viewers will love to follow your journeys and your next build. Thanks for coming on the channel today, and everybody, thank you for watching.
Thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it.